Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Training and Development Class 3. In last class, we have discussed some objectives of training. So, in today's class, let us know the difference between the training and development. Okay, how training concept is different from development concept. Okay, so as we know, training and development, both of them are very essential factor to development of the organization and to the development of employees too. So both of them will help them to uh, reach the organization goal, maybe in improving, maybe in acquiring the job skills, and also improving the existing knowledge of the employees. Okay, talking about training, training will be given when an employee joins an organization. When an when an employee newly joined an organization, he won't be knowing much. He will be in a confusion and he doesn't know the culture of the organization, the background of the company. From the first day of joining, he will be given a training in various job activities to make him to aware of the work environment, also the job, and also the role what he's supposed to do in the organization, and how he has to do the work. To facilitate the employee with all this information, he requires to perform the jobs which is given by the organization. So in order to make him to perform in a effective manner, training will be given. Talking about the development. Development is the term which refers to employee development when taking in a relationship with human resource management too. And every business organization uses various development programs to develop the skills of the employees and make them more efficient. So development help the employees to become a successful and to become a good employee. Okay, to good employee, and also to make him to perform better performance, to make him to give good performance. Development make employees to be creative. Okay, so development acquire the hidden talent from the employees. And also I can say, development is a one which improves the existing knowledge, existing skills which an employee learned from the training. So whatever you have learned from the training, the development will just improve the talent whatever you have acquired from the training. And training usually which is given to a lower level workers, or I can say the non-managerial level, non-managerial jobs. It can be the production workers, can be machine operator. They require technical knowledge. Okay, the training is basically focused on the practical knowledge as well. The non-managerial positions. Okay, because they require technical aspect, technological factors. Okay, but whereas development which mainly focuses on, okay, which is given to a managerial position. Okay, there, because managerial position which requires and which is totally depend on the success of the company, and because they need to take up the major decisions, so they need a more knowledge. Okay, so in order to develop the managerial employees, these development programs are needed. And the company undertakes various development programs, like uh, special projects and special courses, and also it give some multitasking, multitasking facility, and also which provides lectures and seminars and conference on different career goals, and also brainstorming methods, and also computer modeling methods, so etc. So all of them will be used to improve the skills of the employees, and I can say for the overall development of the organization, uh, the company will the company will conduct them a developmental programs. Okay, it is also increase the ability of the employees too. So let us see the difference. Okay, so talking about nature, when we say training, okay, so employee training is an initiative of any employer. Okay, employee training is an initiative of employer to train the newly joined employee. Okay, so here we know employee training will be conducted by the employer to the employee, to the newly joined employee, whereas development is an initiative of an employee itself, not an employer. So here development, it is from the individual perspective. Okay, here it's an initiative of employee to learn the new things which is related to jobs or to work. Okay, so here employee itself take the initiative to learn the new things, but when it comes to employee training, there employer will take up the initiative, company will take up the initiative. But in development, individual or an employee itself, he will take up the initiative. Example, if computer operators, if it is a computer operator, the the performance or the task of computer operator is to deal with the company software. Okay, the company software. So in order to deal with the company software, as an employee, you must be having the computer software knowledge of the company. So here the company will provide you the knowledge training on the computer, so computer knowledge, or maybe the system software of the company. Okay, it is the company must give you the computer knowledge, or the computer knowledge on the software. Yes, it is a initiative by the company itself. Okay, because computer operator is a job, so in order to meet that particular job, employee should possess the computer knowledge, so that the company will give you the training, it will conduct the computer training. But when it comes to a development, okay, suppose if you want to become a masters in computer operations. Okay, so suppose if you want to become a masters in computer operations, then you have to start learning the new software, then you have to start learning the new way of doing the computer operations, and new knowledge you have to take up. So it is by your own self, because see here, computer operator, it is from the company to deal with the software, but to become a master, master in the computer operations, that is your goal, that is your thinking, you want to become, isn't it? So you have to take up the initiative to develop yourself. Got it? So that is all about the initiative of employer in case of training, initiative of employee in case of development. Okay, the next point is focused on. Okay, so here when we talk about focus, employee training, which mainly focuses on the present job. Okay, which is mainly focused on the present job. But when it comes to a development, which mainly focus on the future job position. Example, if it is in a bank. Okay, if it is in a bank, you have joined as a clerk or probationary clerk. Okay, just think that you have joined as a probationary clerk. Okay, so here your present job is probationary clerk, so you need to focus on your present job, like how to handle this job. isn't it? So when you're working as a probationary clerk, so your focus is always on the present job, the because here you have to make the immediate task, right? So here, so in order to make the immediate task, you require training. Okay, so here when you receive the training about the clerical job or probationary clerk, so your focus is always on the current job, how to handle the present job. Your focus is always on the present job. But when it comes to a development, as I have already told you, uh, development mainly focuses on job position, future job position, or the career. Okay, so if think that if your goal is to become a branch manager, okay, since you're already working in the bank as a clerk, but your future goal, your future goal is that to become a branch manager, then so you have to start preparing to become a branch manager. Then your focus is on the branch manager, how to become a branch manager. So you have to take the initiative by your own self and you have to work on it. So you need to focus on the development of your skill. Okay, what a branch manager will possess the qualities, like how can I develop it, and from where will I get the skill. Okay, so it is your own initiative, so it is your own thinking. Okay, you're developing your skills, knowledge and attitude towards that particular future job position, right? So here employee training is always which focus on the immediate task that to be done, that to be given by the company. But when it comes to development, it is all about you're focusing on the future positions that it to be received, that yet to be done. Okay, next is considered. So consider or consideration. So here, as we know, the company sorry employee training. Okay, employee training is a reactive process, where employee development is a proactive process. What do you mean by reactive process and what do you mean by proactive? Okay, so reactive is something, you are responding to a problem after it arises, and proactive is something you are preventing the problems before they arise. Let me give an example, simple example. So suppose if yes, when I enter into your class. Okay, so after telling good morning, if I tell you to sit, you will sit. Suppose if I tell you to sit, then only you will sit. That becomes reactive. So before I tell you to sit, you will only ask, sir, can we sit? Yes. So that comes proactive. Yes. So before I tell you to sit, you will only ask me. That becomes proactive. Suppose if I tell you to sit, then only you will sit. That becomes reactive approach. So similarly, in the company also, so here employee training is considered as reactive approach, because here training is conducted only when it is a when only when it is needed. So when we talk about training, okay, need, so simply will you conduct the training, so simply will you call the employees to telling that you come and you attend the training program? No. So no companies will you know simply conduct the training program. Yes, so here they will conduct the training program only when there is a necessity, only when there is a necessary. So here usually training program is conducted, or training will be given to an employee only when there is an new appointment, or when there is a new technology introduced, or when there is a changes in the policy. Yes, so suppose if your company is going to um, suppose if you have launched a new policy, or you have introduce a new system in the organization, then employees must require knowledge to deal with the new system. So there they require training. Yes, so that in that case we can say it is a reactive approach. Yes, once a problem comes in form of anything, then you are reacting it. You are trying to give the knowledge in form of training. Yes, simply you're not conducting there. But when it comes to employee development, yes, so development is something, proactive process. So development is something that you prepare or you develop yourself to reach the future opportunities or future goal. Example, it's a very common fact that we know senior management positions will be replaced by manager itself. Just think that if you're working as a manager, okay, and you know that senior management post will be replaced by manager itself. So think that if you're working as a manager, um, and you will be know that you'll be knowing that after 2 years your senior manager is going to retire. Okay, he gets retirement after 2 years. Okay, this is a fact, and you will be knowing that. So in order to, so your target is to get the senior management position post. So from now only you will start working on this. So you will start to develop the skills which require to which fulfill the position of senior management. Now only you will start to focusing on the skills and the job of the senior management, and you will start to follow senior manager, how he, what kind of responsibility he has. You will start following them. So that is how you will develop by your own, and that is how you take up the initiative. So once you get the once you get the a platform, or once you get the time to take up the promotion, so that time it is very easy to fill that particular position. Yes, so that is how we can say it is here. This is a employee development is a proactive approach. I hope you are clear with this. Okay, talking about the result in point of training and development. Yeah, uh, in case of training, okay, since training is compulsory, and which is conducted by the company, definitely company expect, or the employer expect, the result or the changing behavior from the employee, any of the employees, since it provides the training to an employee to improve the, mainly because to improve the knowledge, to improve the job related skills, job related aspects of an employee. So definitely it will expect the result from them. Yes, so usually company set the objectives or the goals. Here the employees target is to achieve the company's expectation, okay, to meet the company's target. So in that case the company will see, so before the training program, what was his performance, and after the training program what is his performance. So before the training program, how he was performing, whether and after receiving the training program, what is the performance, whether he is meeting the performance. Normally when you are failed to an employee, being an employee, when you are failed to meet the company's expectation, company will provide you the training, isn't it? Simply company will not provide. If you have any defect in your work, if you have any lack of knowledge in your work, company will definitely provide you the training to improve that. Yes, so suppose, yes, so here the company will provide you the training now to improve your knowledge, in order to improve your skill. So after you receive the training, again the company will see the result. So how you are performing. So after the training, after you receive the training program, whether your performance, whether your performance is achievable or not, whether it is meeting the company's expectations or not. Yes, suppose, yes, that is also result. So here the result of the training, that will be um, expected by, that will be expected and that will be assessed by, I can say that will be assessed by external. So external, that means company or the employer, okay, or the trainer, okay. So next, in point of development, so since here your development, it is a, it is your own initiative, it's an individual initiative. So here, here you are taking the initiative. So here no company will tell you to, uh, uh, develop your skill, okay, or it will never tell you to develop your skill. So here you are only taking the initiative to develop yourself, and you will assess yourself, okay. So since you will start to learn the new things, and you will start to uh, you know acquire the job related knowledge. So since it is your duty to see yourself whether you have improved or not, so here self assessment will be made. So by your own, by yourself, you're seeing the result, okay. Here I can say the internal result. So internally you're seeing your result, but when it comes to training, external would be there, okay. So here no one will be there to judge your performance, but here yourself as a judge, okay. The next point is process. Talking about process, employee training is one-to-one process, and I can say it's a employee training is a short-term process, where development employee development is a long-term process. Okay, so here employee training, it is, since it is particularly it is particularly teaches the employee job related skill, the specific job related skill, the present job, which mainly focuses on the present job which is necessary for the organization. So here he, in order to acquire the job related skill, employee may not require the long period of time, he may require the short period of time. Example, computer training, machine operator training, computer training may requires maybe to 3 to 6 months, or maybe bank, suppose if you have joined as a new employee in the bank, you will have to receive as a clerk, your probationary clerk, then you have to receive a 24 days of training 24 days of training, or maybe a 1 month of training. And if it is a machine operator, then it can be 1 month also, okay. So it is it depends on the type of the job, okay. So all of, if I can say, the training can be, the period of training that may go up to 1 or 2 years, okay, not more than that, okay. It's a short duration. But when it comes to development, so it's a long term process, okay. So here it's a long term process, just it takes a lot of time, it takes a long time to uh, become a successful employee in the organization. Success is not that easy, so you have to invest your skill, ability, everything you have to invest to get that success, right? So it's not an easy, and it takes too much time. Just think that if you're working as a manager, you are the middle level position, but your target is to get a position in top level, okay. Maybe let's say a CEO or CEO, okay. You are working as a manager, but your target is to become a CEO. To become a CEO, you have to face many stages, right? So before CEO, you have MD, senior manager, yes, assistant manager. So all of them you have, right? So you have to face all of them. So in order to get in order to be, in order to get the position of managing assistant manager, maybe it takes maybe a few years. Then to become a senior management manager, then it may takes years. Maybe after to become a MD or CEO, again it takes time. Yes, so it takes too much time to become a successful employee in that particular organization. So let me give my own example. Okay, see, I'm working as a guest faculty now. Okay, my if my target, if my future goal is to become a professor. Okay, to become a professor I have to make PhD. That requires 3 to 4 years. Okay, then upon that, if I take 4 years time to complete my PhD, then after that, then again I have to work 5 years or 5 years or 4 years as a professor in some assistant professor or associate professor in colleges. Then after that, I will become a professor. Maybe I may get the professor position. Okay, so this requires a lot of time, maybe a 10 years. Okay, or yes, maybe a 10 or maybe 8 years. Okay, so it takes a lot of time. So that is how we can call it development as a long term process. Okay, talking about impact factor. Okay, so in point of training and development, so when we talk about in point of training, so we know training is conducted by company. Okay, mainly to improve the employees knowledge to reach the company's target or to achieve the company's objective. So here company will invest the money in the training program, in conducting the training program. Definitely when company is investing something in training program, company will expect the result from it, right? Simply will not company conduct the training program because simply it will not. Always expect the result. It always expect the return from the investment what it has made. So similarly, see here what happens is that when company invests some amount in the investment in training program, employees has to get the benefit. Employee has to make use of training program, so he has to actually he has to learn the job related skill. He has to acquire the job related skill or the knowledge from the training program which is conducted by company. Suppose if an employee fails to suppose if an employee fails to acquire the training skill which is necessary to achieve the company job, then it is a loss for the company, right? The main intention of providing the training program is to improve the knowledge of the employees and to give to understand the job related skills of an employee, right? So when he is attend, that is the training program is only for him. But when he is failed to take up the when he's failed to accept the uh, training skills, then it is waste of conducting the training program. Definitely when it is a waste, when it is not at all useful, then it is a huge loss for the company. So here the training program, the fail in the training program will affect the company. Yes, so here the failure in the training program will always affect the company. Only if it gets success, then both employees and organization will get the benefit. Yes, suppose if employee gets suppose if employee successfully acquire the skills of that particular job from the training program, then he is able to achieve the company's target. Or else he can't, he will fail to achieve the company's target. Again, it's a loss for the company. But talking about in point of development, as we know, development is it is an initiative which is taken by an individual itself, an employee itself. So here employee here since employee has developed and he has put lot of effort to become a talented one. Okay, when the company have the talented employee, okay, definitely it's a advantage for the company, as well for employees. For both of them it is a, 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 benefit. Yes, suppose if you, when you have a talented employee, when you have a good employee, when you have a skilled workers or employees, definitely it's a good advantage. Definitely it is a, you know, competitive thing for the company. Yes, easily when you have a talented workers, easily being a company, you can achieve the objectives, you can reach the company's target. Yes, you will get the success. So that is how. So development is a initiative so which helps both the company and for employees too. Okay, I can say it's a positive approach or positive process. So it's a positive process always, even when you're as an employee, when you fail to acquire the new things in the development programs, it does not, it will not affect the company. Yes, but again upon that, instead of that, you will again try to learn the new things. But when it comes to, because here development programs will not be invested by the company. Okay, company is not going to invest anything on the developmental programs, only it invest on the uh, you know uh, training program. Okay, so here the training, the failure in the training program will be always impact negative. It will give the negative impact on the company. But the success of the success, yeah, the failure of development may not be a loss for the company, but if the success of the development is always a good for the company, it is always a competitive one. It has a positive approach. Okay, it give the positive result always. Talking about motivation, as we know, it's an encouragement. It is by anybody or maybe by yourself. Okay, so here in point of training, as we know, training mainly focuses on the present job or the current position. Okay, or the immediate task which is to be done, and it is mainly of the company. So here, in order to meet the company's object, company has to motivate the employees. Here the company need the skilled workers. In order to get the skilled workers, the company has to motivate the company has to make all the employees to attend the training program. Yes, so in order to make them to attend the training program, so you have to, being a company, you have to motivate them. Okay, so maybe you giving them a reward and telling them that to attend the training program. Okay, so to acquire the new skills there. Suppose if you don't motivate them, then nobody will learn the new skill, and they will fail to reach the company's expectation or company's goal. Again, you may get a situation to eliminate those workers. Again, it will be a expensive method too. Again, sending them back, or again recruiting the new people, again you providing the training. Yes, it is a lengthy process. Yes, so in order to instead of doing all these things, so you have existing workers, you just motivate them to learn the new things, you just motivate them to acquire the existing position in a good way, or you're making them to perform the current job or current position in an effective manner. But talking about development, so here in development, it's here no one will motivate you. Okay, it's a self motivation. So here you will set the object, here you will set the goal, individual goal, and your focus is always used to work on the futuristic goal. Yes, so in order to achieve that goal, so you have to take the initiative. And yourself, you take the motivation. I can say self motivation. Okay, so you will develop the motives in you, and you develop the self confidence, and that is how make you to reach your future goals. or maybe teach your career. But in the training here, the company set the objectives. So in order to achieve the company's object, company has to motivate the employee. But here, as an individual, you set the objectives for your future and you have to work on it. Here nobody will come, so you have to motivate yourself. Okay, so that is how self motivation plays a very important role when it comes to a development of an employee. So talking about the next point, that is number of people involved. Yes, so here in training process, the training is provided uh, to a group or maybe to a individual. Okay, so it can be provided more than one or more than two members or more than any number. So it is a group based system. But when it comes to a um, development, so that is a individual based. Okay, so here there, yourself, you're taking the decision to develop yourself. Okay, so there the development will be done individually. Okay, so here when it comes to a training, so here training will be given to a large number of people. Like you can see, the workshop would be held, that is, and the practical training will be there. You can see in the company. So when the company recruit a people, it is not for just one people to give the training. A big company may recruit large number of people, and at the same time the company is going to provide the training. Maybe if something is introduced, new something new introduced in the company, and it is very necessary to make all the employees to aware of the new technology, so you have to provide the training to all the employees. That is how it is a group based. So in training activities, you can see more number of people who are involved. But when it comes to development, it's a individual basis. So here you can see the development of only one person. Okay, since if I am taking the initiative to develop myself, okay, I am just deciding, and I have decided to become a successful employee, that I have taken a decision, right? I have taken a decision, so I have to work on it. I can see the result my own self. Yes, here when we talk about development, here the individual, it is totally dependent on the individual. Okay, only one person you can see, okay, individually. But when it comes to training, you can see them as a group wise. Okay, so all of them are some of the difference that arises between training and development. Okay, so I can give a conclusion saying that after the recruitment and selection and the induction of, or the orientation of the new employee is done, in which they get introduced to the new working conditions or to the new working place. After that, they go for training in which they get to learn many things which are necessary to perform the current job. Whatever they learn from the training, which are verified by taking a follow up, and also in which it is examined that whether the training program is helpful for the recruits or not, whether it is a helpful for employees or not. So after they become the actual employees of the organization, and then they get many opportunities for their development too. Like if manager teaches the new employees something related to their work, something new, so the new employees get a chance to share their experience. Or maybe if he gets a specific task in which he has to compete himself, okay, then also he gets a chance to know his potential too. And also there are the instances, or maybe the chances when the employee gets an opportunity to develop himself mentally or physically for his future goals. Okay, finally, I can say development is all about building the personality and the attitude of employee for facing future challenges, so that they both are uh, vital for an employee. okay, which is very necessary for an employee, whether new employee or it is a existing employee. Thank you. Suppose if you have any doubt, you can ask me. You can post your uh, comments below, and also you can ask me directly. Okay, and thank you for watching. Have a nice day.